Frank. Hey, everybody.
What's up?
Welcome to another week. One of these days, I'm going to get that transition right so it doesn't throw us into this stream, but that day is not today.
No, a lot of positive things have happened though today. Looks
Absolutely.
like we're streaming in 720p, which is
Which is
awesome.
already a step in the right direction. Last
That's
time
right.
we didn't know this, but it was actually in was it 360 360p,
360.
and it was we went back the next day and I saw that, and it was just terrible. I'm so disappointed that the stream is constantly going in non HD. But anyway, so welcome to how many weeks is this, Frank?
I don't know actually.
We really
It's
should
quite
be
a
on.
few.
Yeah, we should really be on the ball with that. But
Yeah, it's
probably like 8 or 9, 9
not
week.
that many,
Angel
no?
Angel says 9.
9. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
absolutely. We have some new videos this week to go for. Just I didn't see any of Frank's picture or videos, so it should be a nice
Neither did
surprise.
I.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
um, but yeah. So anything good? Should we start off? Oh, you said you saw Black Panther.
Yeah, I did.
No
I don't know if we should
spoilers. I
go
don't know
into
if I
that.
don't know if
No,
anybody
no,
is.
no, no, no. I would never
Yeah.
spoil.
Okay.
I will say, I actually had. There's about five or six people that typically watch the show tonight that said they're going to watch it after we tape it because they're seeing it right now.
Hmm.
Um, everybody I've talked to loves it. The people I work with who are really critical of movies, they went to go see it twice. I personally didn't like it. That's it.
Really? That
I
is
didn't, and
haterade.
I love all the Marvel movies. I really do.
Hmm.
It wasn't bad. It was entertaining. I was actually bored during at certain points, but like I
It's
said, I'm in the minority. A lot of people really like that movie.
I know this guy I work with. He actually said the same. Well, he didn't say he was bored with it. He said it was a great movie. He said it did go down a little bit. It was a little bit slow in the middle. Again, that's not a spoiler or anything, but yeah, that's just what happened with his opinion on it. Anyways, I liked it. I thought it was a great movie. Michael B. Jordan, awesome in it,
He's
and
pretty jacked in that movie, huh?
I think he just stays jacked. I mean, after Creed, I don't think he stopped.
Yeah, he was pretty
But
skinny before Creed, though. They said he's put on 25 pounds for Creed, but then
mhm.
Creed was much more lean.
Yeah,
Uh, but no, it was cool.
yeah, I
I mean,
liked it.
that part was cool.
It was a very different type of movie. I think because they used that director, it was different. What's up? You want to say something? I can tell.
You know what was distracting for me?
What's that?
The fact that one of the main guys was played by the guy who plays Smeagol, and the other main guy is the guy that they had play Bilbo Baggins in
Hmm.
The Hobbit. That messed me up.
Interesting. I didn't know.
I kept seeing him the
Oh,
whole time.
they're
It
like
just was
famous.
messing.
It's funny you say that because they're known for so many other things, and I think Andy Serkis is his name, and he's the one that plays Smeagol, and he's I think
It's
the
in his face.
well,
You know what I mean? Like,
they model like have you I mean that dude's
no, yeah, I
insane.
saw it.
I think he has because he was also Snoke in the last either whatever last Star Wars movie. He's done like the number one
Oh, I
like
didn't know that was Snoke.
yeah, any CG he's like the go-to. He's like the standard.
Yeah, he's got a very animated face.
Yes, definitely. He's got kind of jacked for that movie though too.
He did.
I
Oh
remember
yeah, I mean,
when he was Smeagol, he was like tiny. Anyways, all right, I guess we should probably start. But yeah, good
let's
movie.
start.
2 thumbs up. Go see Black Panther. You won't be disappointed. Uh, and later on, remember, we're going to go through and talk about what we're watching and what we're going to watch later. So it's a mental reminder for you, Frank.
Let's do it.
All right, so you want to do one of yours or one of mine for our first one?
Since VMix is on your machine, I guess I'll just let you pick. Don't I
Well,
would say just save the animated one till kind of the end because I like seeing those
I don't know which
later.
one the animated one is.
Although you
Um,
picked one,
oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't pick one?
you're animated. I didn't because
Oh,
you
okay.
picked one.
Well, I thought we were going to go head to head.
Well, I
Let's
thought we
save
only
that for
wanted to
next
do
time.
one animated of
Oh,
the
I
show. I
figured
thought.
since we were gonna do like, well, next time we'll do like a animation,
All right.
rivalry or something. All right, so I'll just do let's start with one of yours, and let's see, what about Awake? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and just so you know, I do, and maybe Irwin does as well. We do general screenings of these because we also like to watch them for the first time. So I try to make sure that they're family friendly in the sense that we don't need, like we always talk about, we don't need gratuitous violence and sex and nudity for it to be. We want something that really, uh, reaches people in 3 to 5 minutes. So I go through a general scan of these to make sure that it's not crazy, but I don't sit there and watch it intently because that's what I want to do tonight.
Right. All right. With that said, enjoy the first film. We're not gonna. We talked about this before about popping our faces up on the thing, and we'll only do that sometimes. But right now we're gonna shy away from that. Maybe later on. Enjoy.
Again, I guess I'm almost used to the emptiness now. It's been a while after all. I don't know where everyone is. I don't know why I'm here. Of course I must be family and friends. This was my grandpa's room. I never found out what happened to him after he got sick. You know how you get bored, especially when you're alone. This stupid number. I remember the first day I attempted it. The car was filled with water. I can't explain why. Sometimes I just wander for days. I started trying some new hobbies, so I had a bit of fun. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how it happened. I just woke up alone one day. Everyone was just gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm not alone. Some weird stuff has been going on. One day, there were flower petals on my nightstand. Just a little weird. I'm not sure how that could have happened. My clothes were full. I had to get some air. I thought I'd check out the park. their day that I've been alone.
Grandpa came back.
No, he died.
It was a kid. I knew
The
that.
kid died.
It wasn't my fault.
No, you fool.
This is why I'm no good at this. Angel looked back at me and she goes, "No, it's the kid." I was like, "Listen, I got into that like way later. I saw a kid in the newspaper. It's not my fault." On that note,
So do you know if there's a way for me to turn off vMix's audio so I can try to watch it through the live stream?
you don't want to do that because that's
Okay.
it's gonna be delayed just like it was before.
Well, no, I meant just to test the if to see if the audio if that was garbled was through vMix or if it was through, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have your okay.
Had some school's out this week, so Jaden's got free reign over my space, and he's like watching the stream on the iPad. So
Next
it's
to you.
like, yeah, exactly. It's like looping in and causing craziness.
That's so good.
Anyways.
So what'd you think?
I liked it. I mean, full disclosure, as soon as the video started, Jaden's like, "I want to watch," and came over and took my headphones and tried to like watch with me because he wanted to watch, and he always is upset because every time I do this, he has to go to bed. So as soon as it started, he came over, I put it on his iPad, and he walked over there. So I lost like 2 minutes of that. But that's why when it started, I was like a little bit lost, or when we came back here. So that was my fault, my bad. You wouldn't understand. You don't have kids.
Well, don't you have like the earbuds?
Oh, for Jaden, Angel's
Yeah.
using them.
You
His
only have one set. You usually take them from all the phones
Yeah.
you've gotten.
yeah, I don't know where they all are. I really don't like them. Jaden, I have other headphones for him, but he messed up the cable, so I have to order new ones.
Oh.
But anyways, so yeah, I mean, as from what I heard, when I saw of it, visually it was nice. The music was kind of cool. It was like very suspenseful. But story wise, I can't. It's unfair of me to weigh in since I have paid attention. That's my bad. My
It was
bad.
kind of like the Sixth Sense ish to
Mhm.
me. I don't know if you remember that movie. It's old,
remember.
but yeah. I mean, it was. I thought it was. I liked. I wish that the sound was better through mine, but I liked the house where they shot. And it had like a very artsy type feel. I think some of the picks that I made this week are more artsy feeling and less dialogue driven, but we'll see.
Actually,
we could-
it's funny you say that because last week I was thinking that we should have a few different types of videos because a lot of the ones I noticed my taste in short films are like almost mini-sized movies. I like dialogue, I like main characters and that kind of stuff, and a lot of short films don't have that stuff. So especially when we try to keep 5 minutes or less, so it's tough to get dialogue and all these characters with just a couple of minutes. So I was thinking this week of trying to put in videos like that don't have all that stuff on purpose, since we've kind of at least for my picks, I don't usually pick them.
Well, there you go.
Well, there we
Worked
go.
out.
Worked out.
All right, on to the next one.
Promise I'll pay attention from here on out. All right, let's see here. I also picked a couple of different ones. Documentaries. We haven't done that since Mitch was with us because he chose a couple, and I'm like, you know what? let's do a couple of like documentaries because people seem to respond well to that, and we'll go from there. Different kind of stuff.
All right, Mitch.
All right, so I don't know which one to start with. You know what? Let's do this one. This is Dean Goes Surfing. All right, we got
right.
3 minutes and 45 seconds of pure goodness.
Let's go.
I love water. I'm like a human fish. Thrashing around in the water, playing dead, swim. In water, I don't have animals anymore. Hello. My perfect day will be getting up from my bed, have some good breakfast, and I'll go to my wife, Rihanna, take in a wrap, Rihanna, like like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. Per metal, per gold, per AU. This way. I'm going surfing this way.
Good morning, Cinnamon Rainbow Surf Report. 9 a.m. update on surf conditions.
Sunny skies, waist-high surf, and winds are out of the northwest. Tonight in the Surfing with Smiles, volunteers are welcome for a fee in the water.
We started Surfing with Smiles just because I knew people that would be totally about it.
Lindsay was like, I work with a kid who's special needs who loves the water. Can I take him surfing? I'm like, yeah, borrow a board and a suit. And then next year, she's like, he's got 4 friends. Now it's 50, 60 kids 3 times a year, and it all just sort of happened.
It's a very cool little community that we've started.
Today, I tried to master standing up on the surfboard. It's kind of hard to do, but I'm gonna try it.
This is Dean.
Oh, thank you.
That's Kelly.
Thank you.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah.
So much. I'll get you guys wetsuits.
Awesome, thanks.
I like the short sleeve on you, Dean. Really shows your muscles.
Let's do it. Yeah. All right.
Woo! Okay, surfers. Whose first time is it? It's your first time? Hey, welcome. We're just gonna go over how to pop up. All right, Dean. Paddle, 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 pop up. Woo! In a way, you have to let your guard down. You're about to head into the ocean with a huge board, something that people might have never done before. You don't have to necessarily be standing up. If you're out there on a board, you're surfing.
When these kids hit the water, something happens. They just come alive.
The wave is pulling out my emotions from people. How much I love them. Yeah, there's a moment. There's love there. And freedom. Total freedom.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Said, what do you think?
I actually really liked it.
Me too, right? It was a nice surprise.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it shows, like, I think it's awesome that there are people out there that take the time to, not just for necessarily special needs things, but for communities, take the time to put those things together. Because for me, I would have a really hard time putting that stuff together. It seems like a lot of work, and the payoff is just, seeing how everybody's happy. And that's awesome that they did that. Mm-hmm. And that one guy reminded me of Mitch, actually.
Well,
the board shop
guy
owner.
sitting The guy sitting down, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was cool. And I think even the kid, to be honest with you, because he wasn't acting, like we see a lot of these short films, and you feel like, oh, that kid's kind of acting. That kid wasn't acting, but it was very easy to watch him because in his own home element, he just was very inviting. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, as soon as I watched it, I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. And it just, that first minute really captured my whole attention. Like, he was funny, you know, and I could see why they used him to kind of, you know, be the feature person, because I'm sure they could have picked a lot of different people. And obviously it started with him, so it makes sense. But he's such a likable character, and the whole, like, you know, he's like checking out his guns and the whole deal.
Yeah.
It was good.
His wife Rihanna, the queen of rap.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny.
No, I enjoyed that short film, documentary.
Well, I like that it's a short documentary because I wouldn't watch the whole thing with you and Mitch, and we're all talking about short films, and you and I were talking about, okay, you know, we did the one thing where it was like from an Asian film market, or it was something that was from here, and then we're like, maybe it was European, and then we were talking about like, okay, well, it's suspenseful or it's a comedy. But what was interesting about it was I never thought of having a short documentary. So I think that was cool, and it actually worked out really well.
Came back again, having technical difficulties on his iPad.
No problem.
And I think he's upset because every time he comes over, he wants to try and be on the camera, and I have it pointed so that he can't. Like, it's just on me, and he's like, "Why can't I see myself?" Anyways, but yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I thought, you know, as far as like, if I was gonna make a 5-minute documentary, that's exactly what I would want to do.
Definitely.
Short, to the point, and captures your attention. All right, on to the next. I give that a solid 8.
Yep, I thought that was really good. Also, very entertaining. It wasn't just it was a story, but it was real.
Exactly.
That's not based on a true story. That is a true story.
Exactly. All right, let's do some sci-fi. Crazy.
Cool.
Here we go.
Is dying. Mankind faces extinction. We were born on Earth, but we will not die here. We found our new planet, but we were not the first.
All right. So what did you think?
Honestly, I had a hard time keeping my attention on it, and it was only like 2.5 minutes long, which is not good. I did try, and you know, as far as visually, I thought it was cool. It was very sci-fi-esque, which is kind of the point. but I'm not. I don't know. That's not my particular taste, and not just short films. Really, any films. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I didn't think. To be honest with you, I didn't think you'd like that one very much. It reminded me of like the rides in Disney World that certain people really, really like, and that have probably been around there for a really long time, but most newcomers don't really appreciate. And like I don't know. I like that because I was watching this one GoFundMe or whatever for a short film, and I saw these huge dolly rigs and these crazy camera angles. And when I saw the end product, I was like, wow, do you really have to have that kind of budget and have that much go into a film in order for it to be good and moving? And I don't know if like that, to me, it might have been really hard to make that, but it also, I mean, there was sound design. There was something very stylistic about the way that they did it. And I appreciated that. And I thought that it was like, to me, I was something soothing about it. It was weird. I felt like it was like, I don't know. It's like the Hall of Presidents or something. I don't know. Like nobody likes that ride, but
I feel like I might have missed out a couple things here. So I'm just putting this on here for a quick second and playing it. Just because
I like this. I think it's visually and the sound. Like when I'm looking at it and I'm listening to that music, I kind of feel like it's taking me into like this weird thing.
See, like I have a hard time understanding. Like this just looks like a super wide angle.
It's super
spaceship.
Weird.
Like, is this real or did they do this on a computer?
I don't know. That's what I like.
You know what I mean? Like, but I don't dislike it. I just, I like this. This is like a 180 view.
See the star going up. Like, I don't know. It was because it was different, I think, is why I liked it. And I like that with a couple of the sound, the black and white.
And if you're going to compare it to anything in Disney, there's a few, because of this part, or distortion, or whatever it is you're saying, it reminds me of walking into...
Something about it, or something.
Remember all those... Oh, man, what is the ride? The in Magic Kingdom, the ride there. Space Mountain. When you go and you're walking in, and there's all those bubbly mirrors all over, like the glass, and it contorts everything in space. I get that. I get it. For this
kind of give me some weird nostalgic feeling. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. But again, if every video we watched was exactly like this, it wouldn't be as interesting.
I could see this. I could see this being in like a monitor on constant replay on something like that, or anything sci-fi like that. I get it.
Like even this is interesting. It's like one of those weird paintings that they do and nobody ever really wants, and they're like black and like they spray all this really.
Exactly.
But I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I like, this is something I've been wanting to do more, and I just haven't been able to do it like, is adding in the video with no sound while we're talking about it, because I really like that, and it kind of gives us some cues to bring up.
Can you add the sound to it if we wanted it?
Yep. It's muted right now, so I just have to go into
where the video is. But no, if there's like a certain scene, you're like, hey, I really like this part, you could even blow it up a little bit more and put the sound on it.
Yep.
All right, cool. I think this is week 3 or 4 of us messing with vMix, right?
Yeah. It's it's so far. I knew I was really gonna like it. I think it's my opinion, a touch overpriced, but I think that it's worth what we're trying to do to get.
I haven't paid for it
yet. Yeah, thankfully the 60-day free trial. Meanwhile, the Adobe Connect guys keep knocking on my door.
If we get enough subscribers and enough viewers, we might be able to get vMix to give us the software for free.
It says there's 6 people watching here, and they all better have hit that subscribe button. We have to hit 50 by next week. If we can get to 50 subscribers by next week, we're at like 47. I mean, come on, 3 subscribers in a week. Give me a break. This is ridiculous. Asking for pennies on the street corner here. All right, so
let's go.
All right, what are we at here? I guess it's my turn. All right, so we're going to do, you know what, sticking with the theme of weird types of videos. You give me a look. Angel's giving me a look. And weird types of videos. This is a video that I really like. I think it's really cool. It's different. It's almost like if you're gonna go on a trip to anywhere, Disney World, Italy, whatever. If you could do this is kind of like not a travel vlog, but like a travel video. If you could try and make it like this, it'd be awesome. Everybody would love it. So here we go. I liked it. I mean, I like I said, I think it was a cool video for like a travel video. I would love to do something like that when I go on a trip, doing something cinematic and cool.
Let's do it for Maine.
Let's do it for Maine. Oh, there you go. Yes,
Tell you the truth, like I mean, I've seen Maine a million times, but it's not every place in the world that has the rocks and the shore and the lighthouses and the beaches and the things. It's very, very. Some parts of it are very American. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I feel like this also took a lot longer than, like, I was all like control and speed ramping and going back and forth with everything's just kind of different angles and trying to get those transitions to go well. Like, I wonder how long it took to edit this, because a lot of the clips are just like clips that you would just take walking on the street, but everything putting it together was really cool.
I mean, I think he probably took a really long time to put it together. But I also, I don't necessarily think some of the cuts he was making fit the music. The beginning cuts actually made me a little bit, just the ones in the beginning. I like the speed ramping, the angles that he took around, I thought were amazing. But some of the cuts that he did right in the beginning, were the really sharp ones, kind of made me a little bit, like, felt like I was gonna have a seizure, or something.
Like a motion sickness.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, one of the things I did like is right here, I think it cuts from like all the music and all that, which I like the song that he chose, to then it stops, goes to that person's eyeball, and then everything's just sound to the city, sounds of the elevator, sounds of people talking, and then it goes back into the music. So it's only 2.5 minutes, but kind of complicated in terms of what he actually did with it.
I mean, he really does like that whole, like, you go around the person and speed up. Like, he did that with the mom and the son. He also did that with a couple monuments.
Right.
He really messed with angles. I bet you another reason why it took a really long time to do is just because I'm sure he took 1 million hours of footage and then just went through it.
Oh, he's putting up. Peter McKinnon just put a video up on how to do speed ramping, like the way that he did it here with going around, zooming in, and then back and forth. Just did it like a couple days ago. Really good video.
How was it? Did it compare to what you did with the speed ramping when we were at the skate park?
I'd say, I mean, speed ramping, like, the technique is the same thing, so I use the same thing he did, but he obviously, like, he does it way more complicated, but the principle is still the same thing, where you're taking 1 30-second, clip, and then you're saying, okay, this first 10 seconds are really fast, then we're going to slow it down when we get to this angle, and then speed it back up when we get to that angle, and all that. With that one scene that I did for you at the skate park, it was just real, I mean, it was slow and then fast, a couple parts actually, but, it was more basic. Same principle, though. He also does all his stuff in 120 frames per second, so it always looks like crispy, smooth.
Well, when you have $8,000 to spend on a camera, that would be very nice.
Six. Well, not including. Not include. I'm sure it's probably like a $3,000-$4,000 lens on there too. But all right, so let's go on to the next show. Let's see here. This is a video that I can't pronounce. Let's see. Hypnosis. There's no P.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, let me get my glasses. All right. Here we go. Well,
would you like me to start?
yeah, I don't. You know what's funny is as I'm watching that, I'm like, hey, did I miss something? Without asking Angel, like, he didn't do like he just went out to the desert and like just like dug buttons up, right? I didn't miss something when I was turning my head. No. All right, so you know what started this nonsense? Where's this video? Repeat it. Okay, here we go. They did something, and I gotta mute it. Okay, so they did something that I immediately didn't like and distracted me.
They
from
put the red logo at the beginning.
Right? Okay, thank you. So, shot on red. What do you want to, cookie for that? Like, I don't understand.
Was it an 8K? I know we didn't have an 8K.
No one does, unless you're like MKBHD sitting in his, place in New Jersey with his 8K TV. No one's got 8K TVs just chilling. All right, I don't even know if they have 8K monitors like for computer use. So, thank you for letting me know that you shot this on, a red, probably with helium or whatever, and it's an 8K. I'm gonna switch that right now. 8K. Like, come on. So for me, I'm glad that I love red cameras. I think they're awesome. If you can get your hands on one to make a film, good for you. That's really cool. And you can put that in the description for the gear that I used. But I don't need to see, I don't need to see that. And you know what? If you do want to do it at the end, at the credits, because most movies usually have that kind of information at the end. I don't need to see that it's made in a red so that I can stick around because it must look awesome. I don't know. I know I'm getting the haterade up here, but that instantly, kind of turned me off in a second. Yeah. Nice. It's funny you do. I was actually going to go get a drink myself. Hey, this guy's searching for buttons, the new currency.
Hey, funny? Actually, I was thinking that. Mm-hmm. I think here's the thing is I don't know if there was a specific undertone or something that the director was going for. I kind of thought the same thing. The currency. What I liked about this, or the reason I wanted to watch this in the beginning, was I wanted to see the shots with the red. Watching stuff that's shot with the red is like amazing. Like I even think honestly the shots like this shot with that big wide awesome. Shot where he walks. And I really like the locations. So now, and like even the one shot where it shows the girl and those things blowing really hard in the wind in the back of the desert, visually speaking, aside from the red camera being amazing, the location and the shots were really awesome. As far as the subject matter and what it means, and I mean, I think that piece by piece, there's some really, really good pieces of this film. Super duper, like, people could argue back and forth what it means or what it doesn't mean, and that's not what I got out of that. I don't like the fact that he necessarily put the red thing in the beginning either. I think that it just was like you said. I mean, to me, I think cinematography was great. Probably could have been written or explained a little bit better as far as directorial, maybe even the editing is concerned. But visually speaking, and the locations were awesome.
Yes. I agree. Locations were awesome. Like the film itself was really cool. I'm not gonna. I know I gave a little bit of hate.
Some of these shots are pretty cool.
Oh, completely. And I mean, they definitely spent some money. They had that girl with the weird makeup that had the red going down her, like, and that looked like it was professionally done. It wasn't some like, let me just do them myself in the mirror forever. Like all this was done the right, like right there. Like all this was done the right way.
Like even that looks really awesome. Like, but it's just as a story. Maybe it lost.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
but
I mean, I get kind of.
But the shots, I don't, like even that's a beautiful shot.
Oh yeah, I mean? All the shots were marvelous.
Yeah. That's it. That's what I liked out of this film. The shots and the locations.
It was good. I mean, again, the shots were really cool. Cinematography really cool. All that stuff is awesome. I just didn't understand it, and for that reason alone, I'm out.
All right, next film.
All right. I thought you broke something.
Nope.
Thought something fell over. All right. My turn. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn. Unless you want to watch that again.
Nope. I'm good. All right.
You want to watch the animation?
Not yet. Not yet. Let's do the one that Lexi sent us last week that we didn't get a chance to. She's not here, but at least we can post it on there that we looked at it, and I did promise that we were going to do that last week, and we didn't get a chance to. So let's do it this week and put it up here. All right, so here we go. This is called Honey, I Forgot the Milk.
The finger of God. Dude, Harold. Come on, seriously? Are you even here right now? Get off your phone.
What a dick, man. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. Won't happen again.
Okay, now, let's get ready to finish this, boys. Danny, go!
And I will play the Knights of...
Damn it, Harold!
Every time.
This is my
dude.
moment. Like, WTF.
Guys, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Like, she won't stop. I gotta go. Come on, man. Sorry, guys. See you at work on Monday. Well, you guys want to go get some food?
Shut up, Lee!
Nancy, I'm home.
Mary, I knew I could count on you. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this dinner for weeks now. What about the milk?
What?
The milk for Nana's recipe?
There wasn't.
You did get milk, right? It's a yes or no thing. Really, Harold? I don't know why you're getting upset about this. You could have just done it earlier today.
The milk.
Honey?
The milk. God. Not the milk. The milk.
Honey? Are you serious?
It's just milk.
Come on, honey.
It's just milk.
Hey, hold on a second. Turn off the audio on that.
So, did she make that?
I think.
Because the ending and the beginning seemed very produced. Like, as far as I'm talking about the intro and the outro, not the actual film itself necessarily.
Well, the I know that she said that there was a
like this part.
Well, yeah. Well,
did she do that?
Because she does things herself, like on her channel, and then she also works with this I guess production that I think they work on things globally. I'm not sure how she explained it, but there was people that they probably produce it someplace and maybe send it to someone else to do the editing, maybe send it try and do this whole distant. I think it's called distant productions. So I think this was more of a team effort with everything. I actually didn't mind most of half of it. This scene was funny. It was also relatable when your phone's blowing up a text and
relatable for you because they're playing that weird game stuff.
No, they're playing a card game, and
I don't think so. Is it the King or something? I don't know.
They're playing a card game, and then you're thinking a dice game, but yeah. So and then your wife, girlfriend, whatever is blowing you up, saying, hey, you got to do this, you got to go someplace, you got to do this, and dude just gets up and goes. That's relatable, and then having all your friends, get down on you, it's all, I get it. And then he gets home, he thinks everything's good, he forgot the milk. I get it. That's, what's actually really funny is once this started and I said the title to this video, I actually really like this part coming up when he's, And his friend's like, so what are we gonna do now?
Well, you guys want to go get some food?
Shut up, Lee.
I don't know why I love that part. But anyways, the well, when I said, oh yeah, this is the name of this film, we're gonna do Honey, I Forgot the Milk. Angel thought that I was talking to her, and she goes, figures, because I was supposed to get milk on the way home. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So
That's fun.
so she's like, figures, you forget the milk, and then she goes, wait a minute. It's like, is this the name of the film? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh. But,
so you see this part right here, real quick?
Yeah.
So, because I don't have the ability to rewind. When he walks to the bathroom, I like the tracking. That's the only thing I was going to say.
Right, when he walks to the kitchen? Or to the bathroom?
But it was about to happen. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
No, that's funny that happened at the same time.
Yeah, you know, she... Like, I know you can't... Oh, yeah, that's a cool part. That was good. And this is where it lost me. You know, and
I think this is the better acting out of the entire film.
Yeah, well, the better acting, but
that
but
card
not for
game,
the
I think
story.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were some really, really positive aspects of it. I think some of the lighting was really good. To be honest with you, this is just a personal thing. I like piercings, and I find that, I mean, I know so many of my friends that actually have that piercing. It's so distracting to me. In the film.
I was actually gonna say that. That was gonna be my next thing that I talked about, because when he comes in, he walks into the house. The house looks nice. It's clean. It's modern.
Not that somebody with a piercing can't have a nice, clean, modern house.
No,
it's just
but
a very
I'm saying
distracting piercing to me.
Exactly, the flow of things, and all of a sudden, person has that, and that's, again, nothing against that. It's just, it's distracting from the scene and from what I'm taking in, and nothing against anybody that has a piercing like that. Whatever. It's just that piercing and that shot is.
Well, the funny thing is, we both thought that independently.
Exactly.
So it's not like we talked. I had just seen this, and I brought that up, and you weren't like, "Oh, really? I didn't think about that." You were like, "Wow, I can't believe you just said that," because I thought the exact same thing. So, it was a little bit distracting to me that was sticking out of her face. But
yeah.
But ultimately, I did like the film.
I didn't mind it. I just wish that they explained why he was so crazy at the end. Like, maybe he went to go to his pill bottle and didn't have anything left, and he's like, oh, the milk, and because he's crazy. Like, I don't know, maybe
really, because I felt like I got a completely different thing from that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's.
I guess to me, it's like it's just like, I think it's kind of trying to, like, in a funny way, bring up the fact that it's not that crazy. And like, what was it? Taylor, shut up.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's like, I think it's like that's kind of like, it's speaking to the fact that it's absolutely ridiculous, I think. And then, like, honestly, the next time, if I ever am married or have like a significant other or somebody that it's expecting me from that's how I'm going to react. Because then she's going to be like, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it's not, because also now it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I wouldn't like that, but I get I get the principle of what you mean.
Because the principle is, like, you come back, you forget the milk, you're like, it's not really that big of a deal. But, oh no, it is a big deal. Okay, well then I'm going to pick it the next step. I'm going to get that crazy in the bathroom. I can't believe I forgot the milk. And then it's like,
she's like,
then the girl's like, it's not that big of a
milk.
deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Oh, so now it's only milk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I was wondering, when he came out of the bathroom, did he like cold cock her in the face?
Right, exactly.
You know
I'm like, what's, because he really busted out of there.
I know.
You know? Yeah.
And he's like, it's only milk. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was no. Dude's on the floor. He's on the floor looking up, like, yeah. She's like, what's going on? I mean,
but see, now it's not a big deal to her. See, that's the thing. Is he's flipping it. So I think that's what it's trying to show, is that it's the same thing. Sometimes you get yelled at for something. You're like, is it really that big of a deal? And they're like, yes, it is. So then he flips the switch, brings it up a notch. I liked it.
I like these playbacks. I think it helps us with doing that.
Well, also, if somebody in the chat ever says, hey, I like that one
part. Hey, Terry.
I like that part.
I'm curious what Terry's, I think like she updated her profile picture. I can't tell what it is, though. But you have to tell me what that is. Whoa. Siri just started talking on its own.
I think Siri liked the video. Hey, Siri, did you like the video?
It says, hey, Siri, I'm here. Wow, that's weird.
That's creepy, man.
Oh, because I said, hey, Terry, and it said, hey, Siri. I don't need you to search the web. Shut up. All right.
Or is it 11? How many films do we have left
We
that
have
we want to do?
unlimited films.
That's not what I mean.
All right. Well, we
I'm not
have
talking about the Volt.
we have Polaroid, the one you sent. I have Verso, which is a documentary, and we have the animation. You pick.
Here's the thing: is I like the documentary. How long is the animation?
Let me check. 2 minutes 52 seconds.
How long is the Polaroid?
Is 3 minutes 17 seconds.
All right, so we're talking about another 5 minutes. I say we do Polaroid, animation, and then save the documentary for next week because I liked having one of those.
I agree. All
and
right.
Terry had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that one of the things she didn't like about last week's is that the week before you had gone and we're going to go to the next one. And then she says you didn't point at the camera last week.
Okay. So did she like that I did do that?
Yeah, but you didn't do it last week. I don't know.
I actually like
I didn't
saying,
know,
"Hey,
like,
we're on the next one," and swipe it. I kind of like that, but I guess I have the camera in a different. Yeah, I'm on a different.
You have to go left to right.
Yeah,
you're set up to go left to right with it.
Yes, See, I like that. I didn't think anybody noticed, but I was wrong.
See, look, she said I liked it.
All right, all
So
right.
you gotta
I'm
stop,
with you.
stop feeding the. Don't feed the animals.
All right. So, wait. So, which one are we watching?
We'll watch Polaroid and then we'll end on the animation.
All right. I don't know which way this fade or wipe's gonna do, so I'm just gonna pretend like I know. All right. Here we
Try
go.
it.
3, 2, 1. Wait. What? Oh, see, this is for this. We got to put the faces at the bottom of these, cause, dude, I like jumped so, because I'm like, all right, I mean, I knew it was gonna happen though. It's like he's gonna be in front of him, he's gonna be behind him. I'm waiting for it, and then it just gets you.
Let me tell you something. I don't like scary movies or whatever you call it, suspenseful. That was scary and that was suspenseful. And I think what had one of the best parts of a scary movie is any normal person. That door was to his left. The minute that happens, you're throwing that camera towards that thing. Maybe it hits the thing in the face, and you get out of there, baby. I'm not taking another one of those pictures. I'm not walking close. What's the matter with you? Like,
when I saw that, I was like, all right, maybe that thing is blocking the door, because I thought the same thing. And then I saw the door was right next to the couch. I would have been gone. Like, gone immediately. Maybe
I'm not taking another picture.
Like, maybe the second picture, like, I don't know. I could understand the second picture, but nothing. Like, I would have been gone. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I understand for the movie's sake. No. And then he gets up and walks closer to it.
Nope.
What's the matter with you?
The whole time I'm laughing, like, nope.
And I have to say, like, I mean, I had no idea what was going on as far as, like, you know, I didn't watch it beforehand, so it was nice. And there's some things that I really enjoyed about that. Like, I loved, like, the hearing of the charge for the Flash. Like, that was
the light bulb.
Yeah, like such a like a nostalgic. Like, I remember playing with an old Flash that my dad got, and like you could press the button, and the Flash would go off, and you would hear that charge, and that was a cool little, like, I really, and then like flapping the thing to like get it to expose, like that, and they had really good sound effects for that, because it was perfect. But
the great part about that film too is, like, you don't know. I mean, because some of these films, he takes the picture, there's nothing in front of him, and then it goes black, and it's just like, oh, I wonder what happened. Yeah. This thing, there's some blue, crazy, creepy faces in your face, and then it's like, bong, jump. You know what I mean?
And because I've watched a few, because I'll look up suspense, short horror. I mean, horror is such a terrible like genre, but I wouldn't categorize this as horror, because it could be sci-fi, it could be anything. But there's so many different videos like this or short films like this where it's good. It's got you suspense. Like, I watched one earlier where this girl was leaving. It was very suspenseful. It was great. And then all of a sudden they go for like the, you know, loud, quick playing music, and there's something creepy to the right. But it was it's hard to do that right. And this time, you know, was a creepy blue alien of some sort or whatever. But they didn't overdo it. Other one I watched earlier. Oh, I would have been gone. I wouldn't even been there. It would have been gone. And then what do you do later? Because you'd be like, yo,
I'm not going back.
I just saw this thing. I'd be like, sweet. I'm never going there again. What, are you going to go back? Like, I'd be going back there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with a bunch of people. It'd be over.
Cops.
Yep. Anyways, I'd be moving out of there. All right, last one. Animation time, and then we'll check it out. All right. This is called Fly Safe, and it's only 2 minutes and 52 seconds. I think you're going to like it, and we'll go from there, all right? Ready? I'm going to do this right this time.
There they go. And there it is, all by itself. Now, they won't be gone for long, so we'll have to move quick. But all we've got to do is get it down from the nest, crack open the shell, and have a nice lunch before the parents get back, okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I just don't know. I don't get it.
What's not to get?
Well, for one, the nest is all the way up there. 2, it doesn't belong to us. And 3, it might not even be edible. How do you know it's not poisonous?
The only thing I know is that you brought us up here for an adventure without any food or water or navigational equipment. It's been 2 days, and we're still stranded in the exact same spot, making zero progress in finding our way back, and frankly, I'm getting a bit hungry, aren't you?
All right, I get it, sure. Look, we'll get it down from the nest, okay? I just need a couple minutes to think.
Can I get you something to drink? We've got coffee, tea, soda, coffee.
Nah, I'm fine.
Oh, I know you're fine, but you do look a little thirsty.
No, thanks. No, I'm not thirsty. Thanks.
Sir, I don't want to be pushy, but you're the only passenger on this plane, and I brewed this whole pot of coffee thinking you'd take some, and I'd really hate to just throw it out at this point, you know?
Well, why don't you just drink it instead?
Drink it? I can't drink it because it is for the passengers. And I made it because it's my job. And if I can't complete the simple task of serving you a beverage, then what does that say about me?
Nothing? You got nothing to say for yourself? Good, because that's exactly what you are. Nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me while I go flush 6 cups worth of perfectly drinkable liquid down the toilet. I hope you have a safe trip.
I hope you do too.
Oh my god, it's happening.
What? What?
It's gonna fall down.
But we're not prepared to...
Just follow my lead. Here we go.
All right.
Nicely done. There they go. And there it is.
Come on. It was good. It was good.
That was terrible. Okay, no, hold on. It was very. Let me hold on. I'm gonna give it. Okay, no, it was. It was like Beavis and Butthead, man. I don't know.
The animation definitely was.
It was the weirdest. That guy broke his ankle.
I
died.
love. That's my favorite part. Like, and he's like, "Oh, I hope he's like, have a nice trip." It's like, "Yeah, you too." And he was like sliding that thing out.
Didn't expect to die though. I don't think that guy.
Obviously not. This dude, he was blowing up at him.
Very strange. Very strange.
I mean, this part, I almost stopped it because I'm like, this is kind of weird. And yeah, I agree. I mean, animation, cartoon, I don't know, all the same, I guess.
Cartoon. I mean, I don't know.
It's cartoon. Yeah, I mean, I think there's subcategories of animations, but this part, like once the first 30 seconds when it was the two people talking on the ledge, I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then this is where it started to like, I got more interested. And then this guy, it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Wait, so I think Terry said it was really funny. I don't know if she's talking about that.
AJ would love it. Yeah, he would. I should send it to him. Yeah, I liked this whole conversation between the two of them and how this slow buildup of how annoyed, and he's like, all I want to do is just give you this coffee, and you can't let me do that. And then I liked it.
Here's the thing: is the dialogue that was written is interesting because it's weird. I mean, not that this is anything like it, but it almost reminds me of Quentin Tarantino. Like, has all these movies where the dialogue has nothing to do with anything. Like in not Pulp Fiction. I mean, actually, most of his movies have it, but Reservoir Dogs. But anyways, I can see why some people would like it. If I would never watch another video by the guy necessarily. But I didn't mind. It was entertaining for the minute I watched it. It just isn't my style. But I think it was done. I think somebody would see that and be like, "Wow, that was really creative."
Yeah, I agree. I get creative is the right word for that. And that cockpit door shouldn't have been open. But that part was hilarious. Like, I mean, coffee down there, and he just goes down. Like, it was funny.
Yeah, what's the matter with you? Like,
yeah. But I like how it ties back because I'm like, what happened with these two idiots? But I like that it's tied back to the beginning.
How are they going to get that egg up to their hands? The whole point. I mean, it's absurd.
It's not real. What are they going to do with that egg?
Ugly.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
It was actually it wasn't bad. I mean, I think honestly this week, I guess we can take that video off now if we're ready to wrap it up. But that video, there's still the black box. Can we get rid of that black box? How does that work?
Getting rid of it, man. You act like this is like
I don't know if you heard me or not. Because
I heard you. I was on it.
I think this week had really good videos. I would say personally my favorites. I don't know what order they would be.
Oh,
I really
man, I got one that was really good. Darn it, I forgot to put it on. All right, it was how to hide your yawn. Darn, it was a comedy.
Okay. We'll do it next week. We have that and the documentary. So we already have two that you should come back for next week. This week, I really liked the short documentary on the kid that was surfing. That was awesome.
That was good.
I really liked that scary one that we just did.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one other one that I thought was really good, but I think mean, ultimately I really liked. I think every film that we did this show was good.
Yeah, I think that we picked quality films on both sides with your picks and my picks, and I think that if I had to vote for my couple, I have to say that
on Polaroid. No, what was the Polaroid? Sorry.
Polaroid. I think Polaroid was actually my favorite of the week.
Really?
I mean, I like that genre, and when you can find one that really does it was good. That was my favorite of the week. I do like the other. It's probably my favorite documentary that we've seen so far. I think that was also very, very good in itself. All right, that's
so.
It
Wait,
for this week. Yes, sir.
You said something that. What are we watching? We wanted to end with something specific that you had in mind.
Yeah. Before I get into my thing, because I already had something I was thinking. Are you watching anything on Netflix or gonna watch any upcoming movies? Anything?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh man, you give me any time to think about this.
I told. It's on the stream. I said. What are you watching? What are you gonna watch? I said that in the first couple of minutes. I think I said.
That's why I brought it up.
As a mental note.
As a mental note, I was.
Let's see. Oh, I think it might be too loud. Yeah, I think so. Darn it! I wanted to get some sweet background music, but while we're talking. But
well, actually, you tell me. What are you watching on Netflix? Because it'll help me think.
All right, so I started watching the show with Angel. We watched it several years ago. It's like a teeny type show. It's called Switched at Birth. It's a show about these two girls that were switched, obviously, at birth, and two very different lifestyles. One of them ended up getting, what is it she got, Ange? Was it what made that Daphne go deaf? Meningitis. I really don't know what that is, other than the fact that it's an illness and you can go deaf from it. But yeah, so she grows up deaf, and then the other girl's like the daughter of a famous baseball player. So one of them's like in the ghetto, the other one's in like huge mansion, and they find out 16 years later that there was a switch, and then the one family ends up going to live with the other one. And then
sounds like Parent Trap.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't purposely switch it. Just the parents say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened. Come live with us," or whatever. But it's very interesting because half the show is signing. So like, because the main character is deaf and she has a deaf family, deaf friends, there'll be entire scenes that are just like signs. And I actually find that really awesome because it's different. And it's a whole different language. It's a whole they're like the way that they do their facial expressions are really like animated because I think it helps with whatever they're saying.
I've seen a bunch of public speakers that do it, and they're like,
right, exactly. It's just that's part of it,
which is cool. I mean, I think it's cool. They're communicating without using verbal means.
Yeah, and it makes me want to learn sign language. Like they do it so much on the show that it's very cool because there's not many languages where you're kind of doing two languages at once. Like they're talking and signing at the same time. But I really surprisingly I really like the show. And it's the first season has 30 episodes, which is pretty insane. And it's an hour. It's 44 minutes.
Wow.
An episode.
It's
and
like 2 seasons.
These days, I mean, Netflix has seasons that are 8 episodes, like 10 episodes, and so yeah, 30
Stranger
episodes.
Things is what, 14 episodes?
14, yeah, I think the second one, I don't know, it was 12 or 13, can't remember.
Yeah.
But that's the average these days, Now it's like 30 episodes in one season. Insane. But anyway, so that's the show that I'm watching. Angel and I just finished the first season. It was very, very good. I mean, like I said, it's a teen drama, but I like that it's different, more different than any show I've seen like that.
See, I haven't been watching any shows. The only thing I've been watching is like we watched a Steve Aoki documentary, and I've been watching like 2020,
like
on Netflix. Show? Yeah, there's a 2020 there's a thing called Bannerman's Island, which is on the water towards the city. That's that castle that's in the middle of the water. It was in like the 1900s. It was like, I think it was an arms dealer and it exploded anyways. But there's this girl that was dating this guy and they went kayaking there. That guy died in the river kayaking and they put her in jail for 3 years. She came out. She had to It's a true. It's not even like it's actually like it's 2020. They're like interviewing her now that she got out. So the family still thinks she killed him. The guy's body came back up two years later. It's just a really weird story. It's just interesting. I mean, like we watch a lot of films, but as far as shows, I didn't get into that. I kind of always flick through and watch. Like the Steve Aoki thing was interesting to see. Like I didn't realize his dad was Benny Hanna. The guy, I mean, that's not his dad, but that's the guy that came up with these Japanese restaurants. He also was like he was an Olympic wrestler, and he was a powerboat racer,
world record
super
for
overachiever.
Yeah, like I think he also was like so random, like the hot air balloon. He went from one country to the other. Like, who does that? And like,
yeah, man. Like,
there's this one part they said that they were going like I think they said it was really cold and they were getting so low to the ocean that they had to dump all their camera equipment out of the basket so that it would rise again. I mean, that's some scary. I mean, if you think about it, you're in the middle of the ocean and it's like, you know, dump the red. And I'm like, nope, I'm not dumping this thing. Like, but yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good documentary. Different. But anyways, I guess that kind of wraps up this show. We'll be back. Not too many viewers this week. We're gonna try and hit it hard with the advertising. I've been trying to hold off on sending too many emails and things like that, and trying to market ourselves until we get the technology working. And now that I feel like we finally had a working show in HD, we might do it one more time in 1080 and get some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. We're starting this thing. We're still. I mean, no, some strides seem slow. We're barely into this as far as being live, not just this show, but like even building it medium. We're doing so many different things. We're barely 3 months into this being completely what we're doing. But even with this, you know, we've upgraded the cameras, the mics, the format at which we did it, the programs at which we use it with, intros, countdowns, starting on time, queuing up videos, finding people using Reddit. I mean, when we really give this a huge push, we want the transitions between videos to be. I mean, there can be hiccups, but we want it to pretty much be seamless. We want the intro to be seamless.
There should be no technical
really
hiccups.
Good quality stuff. Exactly. Yeah. So this is still beta, and we're moving forward, and I think it's gonna be a lot better in 6 months. Not that it's bad now, but I think it's gonna keep going.
Absolutely. All right. Well, then we will see you next week. Make sure to do the usual like and subscribes if you watch this. And yeah, good stuff. And we had a good show. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll be having some vlogs coming out soon too, and hopefully some. Thank you, Curly by Nature.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks. Sorry to keep you guys up so late. Actually, it's only 23 after. How dare I?
Exactly.
Do we have any outro stuff yet, or are we still working on that?
Not yet. I'm working on it. I do have a couple things, but they're templates for YouTube, not for this. We're getting there. Next week. Forget that stuff. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
See you guys later.